So you've crashed out, you cried, and you are ready to come back better than ever. If you have been longing to disappear, to sign the F off, get your entire life together, and bounce back from your rut, girl, welcome to your crash out survival guide on how you can bounce back and become the healthiest, happiest, and hottest version of yourself. I hate to break it to you, but if you think the best version of you never falls off and never needs to have a cry on her floor, Trisha Paytas bathroom moment, you are dead wrong. But here's the thing, girl, if every single time you crash out and you give up all of your routines and you're in a depressive episode, you're in a rut, you feel like you have no hope, if you go and say, oh, poor me, I'm horrible, what's the sense of starting again, I always end up in the same place. If you are that type of girl and if you have that mindset and you're not willing to change it, girly, this is where you sign off, okay? But the girls who go in and out of ruts, maybe in a depressive episode, which is hard, but you are sick and tired of feeling like you're in a slump all the time. You're sick and tired of that consistent slump where you lose all of your progress and you feel like crap because you worked so hard to build all of your routines just for all of them to come crashing down in front of you. It is okay and it is normal. It does not make you less of the best version of you that you are, okay? You are gonna bounce back. This is just a flop, okay? But girl, I have good news for you. Today's video is for the girls who sometimes find themselves in a rut, probably more than once in their life, and they are longing for a survival guide on how to bounce back better than ever. I promise you, if you listen to this all the way through and do all of these it girl micro habits, girl, you are going to bounce back faster, feel happier sooner, and get back to the best version of you. Let this be your reset button. Because when the it girl crashes, she doesn't vanish. She reinvents, she reclaims, she rebrands, and she comes back better than ever. And you will too, girl, and here's how. Welcome back to the Get Up and Glow podcast. I'm your podcast host, Madison Haynes, your glow up self-improvement fairy godmother and diva. And you already know the drill. I ain't gonna waste your time. You're a busy it girl with a long list of problems, and subscribing to me shouldn't be one, but if you want to solve all those problems, you might as well do it, girly, because that's what I'm here for. And you already know I'm not about wasting your time with blah, 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 blah. We're gonna get right in to how you can get yourself back and become a better you. Chapter number 1, dealing with the crash out. We have to talk about it. I know you don't want to talk about it, but we have to. Listen, okay? You do not need to be okay right now. You just need to be honest with yourself. We are at a sleepover right now, you and I, okay? We are gonna get to the nitty gritty. We're gonna go tell each other our deepest, darkest secrets so we can be better off for it. Let's be real. Sometimes you stop showing up for yourself. You abandon your routines, you scroll too much, you do bad habits, and you know and you're aware of them and that they're not serving you and they're gonna lead you to burnout, they're gonna lead you to a crash out, but there's just something in you that it's almost like impossible to stop. You're really trying, you're aware of it, but you are struggling. You binge shows that don't even make you feel good, that you don't even like that much. You avoid mirrors, you avoid doing the healthy habits that you know you need to do to feel better. You isolate, you self-sabotage. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you think, what happened to me? But I want you to say this with me, love. The girl you think you've lost, she's not gone. She is just buried beneath burnout and bad habits. You didn't ruin her. You just forgot about her. You forgot to give her the time she needs to heal. You forgot to take care of her. You forgot to show up for her and her goals. Today we are going to remember her. We are going to remember who the F you are and how to get back on track to live the life that you deserve and you are capable of living. Now, I'm not going to talk about the crash out itself. You could be crashing out over a boy, over your job. You could be in a full-blown depressive episode, which is not even your fault and it sucks. But regardless, I'm not going to project your own feelings onto you. You already know how you're feeling and you feel like crap, which is why you clicked on this. So all I'm going to say about that, girl, is I empathize with you, I feel for you, I love you, and I hope this helps you. First of all, I'm not going to be that type of girl that's like, oh, everything's good, it's going to be fine, and give you that toxic positivity BS. No, okay? I'm going to say the opposite. As someone who struggles with mental health, I have PMDD. I know sometimes you're just not capable of doing everything like you typically would when you're in this state of mind, okay? So what I would recommend is honestly, let yourself fall apart, but do it deliberately. What do I mean, let yourself fall apart? That is the worst advice ever. I know what you're thinking, but girl, hear me out. Sometimes you need to allow yourself to feel your emotions. Because if you don't feel your emotions, you can't process them. And if you can't process your emotions, how are you ever going to heal from them? Because when you process them, you can later on go, when you're in a better state of mind, and figure out what you can do to cope better next time, what you can do to avoid the crash out. If you are feeling intense feelings and you're not getting help, you're not processing your emotions, you're not giving yourself time, that is actually going to cause you harm. But when you're in that state of mind, I want you to go easy on yourself. I want you to do the best you can do with what you've got that day. Whether that be go up and take a shower, whether that be go out and go for a walk. You know the healthy habits by now that make you feel good. Like, I know you know them. I'm not going to tell you them, girl. We've already been over this. But what I'm going to say is, when you feel like crap, do whatever you can do in that moment to take care of yourself. All of the other things on your to-do list, not a priority. You need to figure out your bare minimums. For instance, what do you need to do to keep your life absolutely running? That is, feed yourself, show up to your job, and then after the bare minimums, self-care, self-care, self-care until you feel better. Because those activities are going to lead you to where you are, hopefully are right now, when you're ready to rebuild, rebrand, and glow the F up. Reclaim your power, get out of this slump, and get back to you. Now, after a long crash out, sometimes you feel like absolute crap, like you are a failure in life. Like, all of the things you've worked so hard for, and everything you've tried to rebuild in your life was all for nothing. But hear me out. This isn't a failure. This is the beginning of the best glow up you've ever had. Because with every crash out, with every heartbreak, with every negative thing that happens to you, when you choose to reclaim your power, to learn from that failure, to accept it for what it is and not view it as I'm horrible, I'm not worthy, but instead view it as I learned this amazing life lesson and now I get to come back to myself even better than before. Don't numb it. Accept it and nurture it, because when you do that, you will be a better you. Chapter number 2, the return of you, baby. We are going to talk about how to come back, emerge out of the ashes as the it girl that you are. You no longer were that girl. That girl who was sad, doing those bad habits all the time, the oh, I'm horrible, the victim mindset. You are no longer her, okay? This better version of you, the you that is nice to yourself, the you that takes care of yourself, the you that has discipline, the you that works hard. You are going to become the woman you are meant to be, girly. Are you ready? Now hear me out. This part is the real work. And no, it's not going to be pretty, at least not at first. You won't feel aesthetic, you won't feel bougie, you won't feel pretty. You're gonna feel awkward. It's gonna be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable. But if you actually want to be that girl you keep pinning on your Pinterest boards, that girl you keep praying to God, please God, help me, fix me, make me better, this is how you're going to actually get there. You need to go through the ugly crap first to emerge outside of it as the most grown up version of you. And I know you don't want to hear that, okay? I know. But this is why you keep coming and looking at the glow up videos and keep coming and clicking on videos like mine. You want to be you, okay? It's time to work on the bad side of you, the parts of you that keep pulling you back in life. And once you heal from that, girl, oh my God, you're gonna feel like an absolute queen, truly. Let me just paint the picture. You wake up early, you have the perfect morning routine with habits that you know makes you feel good, and you know when you do that morning routine, ooh, your day looks so much more productive because you feel better when you start your day right, you just feel right, no more the sleeping in, no structure in your day, because when you don't start your day with structure, what happens? You fail, you flunk, you doom scroll, you don't do that anymore. In your room, you move your body, you fuel your body with healthy foods. You take a morning hawk or a walk, you get your 10K steps in early, even in the morning you start, okay? You drink your green tea, you go and listen to a podcast while walking, get yourself in that morning mood, that motivation. You take care of yourself, you do self-care, you work hard, you're productive, you do all those healthy habits, and you know what, girl? You already know that a healthy habit is also taking a good rest. So you go and you watch your favorite shows at night, you go and you take a bath, whatever the heck you want to do that you know makes you feel good, you prioritize it, because that is a luxury, and you are a luxurious woman. You are showing up for yourself just as much as you would show up for your best friend, your favorite person in this world, because you know what? You are also one of them. You love yourself and you love taking care of yourself because you do love yourself, and that is why you are coming alive again. You're no longer chasing this version of perfection. Instead, you are embodying a standard that you now believe yourself to be worthy of. That is when it becomes magic. You buy yourself fresh flowers when you pass by them, not because it's an anniversary or a big event, not because someone gave them to you, but because you wanted to give them to you, because you looked at them and knew that doing that for you would be an act of self-love and it would make you happy, and you are the type of person who now does that for herself. You take the time to romanticize the space around you to make your life more enjoyable because you feel worthy of doing exactly that. You let go of the extra noise in your life that is holding you back, and you prioritize calmness and stillness, because you know when you do that, you truly feel like a better, more centered version of you. You walk into rooms with confidence, not because you think you're flawless or because you think you're better than everyone. No, you walk into rooms with confidence because you know who you are, you're proud of yourself, and you've truly embraced her. This is your era of elegance, discipline, and divine feminine confidence. You have built a version of yourself that now glows from your boundaries, not from burnout. And now I know what you're saying. Okay, this is so motivating, Madison, but tell me how. Give me those it girl habits. I know you have them, girl. Girl, I do. I have them for you. Are you ready? Here are your non-negotiable it girl habits that you need to be doing every single day once you reemerge from your rut and you are ready to get back to you. Number 1, you already know this, make your bed every morning. There is no excuses. I'm not going to go into detail about all the benefits of this, okay? You need to take care of yourself. You need a clean room. Make your freaking bed, girl. It takes 2 minutes. Number 2, move your body. Get up, get moving, okay? It feels great. And I'm not going to say you have to do a certain workout. I'm not going to say you have to do something crazy and run a freaking marathon, okay? Move your body. Go for a hawk or walk. Dance in your bedroom. That feels so good. Do yoga, whatever. Just move. You are gonna speak kindly to yourself. No more, oh, poor me, I gave up all my healthy habits. I suck. Oh my God, I suck. Oh my God, now I'm still sucking. Wow, now I'm doom scrolling. Why can't I stop? No, the spiral ends here, okay? Just stop. When you recognize you're doing a bad habit, I don't even care if you recognized it in the morning, you said you weren't gonna do it, and then you by lunch, you're still doing that habit. Recognize it now. Give it up, girl. You're gonna get up and glow just like this podcast says. I want you to devote 10 extra minutes of time to take care of yourself beyond what you typically do, okay? So if you go on a good day when you're not in a rut and you typically would put on makeup, you would put on a nice outfit and maybe spray some perfume on you. Okay, great. What's another 10 minutes of self-care that makes you feel like you're maintaining your beauty even more so? Something that's a luxury. Like when you think way back, when you had less stress, all of that things you would do when you'd watch like those girly movies and you'd do like head to toe glow up. I'm talking like eyebrow dye, hair mask, face mask, feet mask, hand mask, whole bodying cream, like dermablading your face, all of that stuff that you used to do all in one night as like one major glow up night and you loved it and you'd order like that your favorite food. Do something like that if you don't have time to do the whole night thing, okay? 10 minutes. Pick something new every single day. Just get back to the version of you who loved herself enough to prioritize that time. And I know you say, well, I don't have that time. Girl, you do, okay? Look at your screen time right now. Tell me you don't have time to do an extra 10 minutes of self-care so you feel better mentally and look better physically. You want to reinvent yourself, okay? Easiest way to do that. Always ask yourself, what would the highest version of me be doing? If you know that you're someone who self-sabotages or you have a lot of bad habits and you're trying really hard to work on them, number 1, self-awareness is the first most important place to start, and I'm so glad you're aware of them. Now, the best way to really overcome it, I find, is having the continued self-awareness of questioning yourself. Don't question yourself out of a form of self-hate, but out of a form of self-love. With every decision you make, say, would the best, healthiest, happiest, hottest version of me be making this choice right now? And if the answer is no, then don't do it. And obviously, there's some times where you get to choose the bad habits, and the bad habits can be good. For instance, you're at a movie theater, have the popcorn. Oh, well, the healthiest, best version of me wouldn't eat the popcorn. Yes, you would. You know why? The healthiest version of you has balance. Now, does the healthiest version of you eat popcorn every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? No. You know the difference, okay? I am not here to go and teach you that. You know that. I know you know that within yourself, okay? So start questioning yourself with intention out of self-love, not self-hate. Because if you're doing this because you hate yourself, it is never going to work. I'm telling you, you need to learn how to love yourself and embrace yourself for who you are, girl. That is going to be the only way this actually sticks. The only way that you actually get what you want, because you are worthy of love. You are worthy of loving yourself, okay? You are beautiful. You are whole. You are kind. You are smart. You can do anything you set your mind to. And if you want to set your mind to this, you want to come back the better you need to believe in this. Believe in yourself right now. Now let's get into chapter number 3, girly, rebuilding your habits, the daily habits you can do to bounce back as a better you. The best version of you doesn't bounce back all at once, okay? She returns in rituals. The key to becoming her again isn't found in one giant transformation. It is found in those small, sacred micro habits that you start doing every single day. Because those habits are how you remind yourself, I care about me. I am worth the effort. Because you absolutely are. So here are your 8-girl micro habits or action steps that you can do to bring her, the best version of you, happiest version of you, back. You've been lounging around all day long, okay? And probably comfy, but probably not that cute clothes. They ain't making you feel good. When you pass those mirrors, even in your house, and you go, ooh, no, those days are over, okay? Silk pajamas, cute matching sets, cute outfits to work from home in, okay? I don't care. There's outfits now that are comfy and cute and affordable. You can find them, you can thrift them, order them from Shein, okay? If you have to do that to make yourself feel good, that is not a crime. You just need to get back to the better you, and it starts with what you have right now. Work with what you got, okay? Never leave the house without a nice lipstick or a chapstick, okay? Why? It's a little act of self-care that you can do for you to make yourself feel good. Hydration. Drink your water again, girl. This is so important. Wake up in the morning, make it a priority. Take a sip of water right the F now. This is less of a micro habit and more of a bigger habit that you can break down with mini micro habits, and that is redefine your morning and night routine. If you're trying to bounce back as a better you probably lost all those healthy habits you've already did. You know what those habits were and you knew what worked for you. Go back to doing exactly that. With that being said, you know that you thrive on structure, okay? We all do as human beings. So a nice morning routine, a nice night routine can set you up for success throughout those pockets of your day when you probably struggle the most, when you have to work, you have to be on. So redefine your morning and night routine. Make a notes app of it, okay? So you can check it off as you go along and dedicate yourself to have time to get back to doing that. That being said, we need to plan for the resistance that you will inevitably face when you are trying to bounce back, because you have now these bad habits that have been brought back in your life from your rut. So if your old morning routine with all of those healthy habits, you woke up, you make your bed, you do your vitamins, you do your 5-minute abs, you do your Duolingo, you do your makeup, and you know that takes you an hour, allocate an hour and a half of time. Why? Because you're probably going to doom scroll. You're probably going to take slower to get back to it because you've been dragging your feet for an extended period of time, which is okay. But the best way to get back to you is to try to get back to a better you, while also accommodating for the fact that you can no longer show up for yourself in the exact same way as you once did, but you can. You just need to plan now for what your current energy levels are, your current habits are. Introduce those better habits while you slowly remove the bad ones. It is way easier to introduce good habits to new habits than remove bad things from your life. If you try to do it all at once, you might get overwhelmed, it might not work. I want you to go back to the vision board, go back to the drawing board, girl, okay? Find images that just speak to you. Do what you have to do to really feel inspired again, okay? Feel like you just want to get out of bed, moving, being her again. Act like her, become her. If you crashed out, you probably did some embarrassing stuff, okay? I don't want you to think too deeply about it, but I want you to also think about how you can avoid doing that. For instance, if you're trauma dumping to all of your friends, especially if it's online, maybe next time you feel overwhelmed, use ChatGPT to crash out, okay? Have a whole crash out section of ChatGPT where you get it to act as your personal therapist, where you can go and just trauma dump, type in whatever you want. It will respond to you just like your friend will respond to you. And you know what? The difference between doing that and trauma dumping to your friend is you're not gonna have regret the next day, the next week, the next month when you go, why did I do that? No, you have control, okay? You're not gonna go and air out all of your dirty laundry. It is important to get help, okay? It is very important. But if you're not able to communicate in a productive way with your friends and family, you need to go speak to a therapist. If you can't afford a therapist, use methods like AI if that is the only thing you can do to get through. Because I personally have been using AI as a therapist and I feel so much better because you know why? I found myself texting, trauma dumping to only be over it in an hour or two. But what that did is take up my friend's time. And I realized it wasn't productive for me, nor was it productive for her to hear me go on and on and on about the same thing until I was over it. I could do the same thing and get the same amount of relief if I go into ChatGPT and tell them my feelings. It responds to me, I feel validated, and then you know what? I didn't embarrass myself going off the rocker and crashing out over something that was not even important to begin with. Chapter number 4. This is so controversial, but I honestly believe you just kind of have to romanticize the rock bottom to get through it. Because here's the thing, when you crash out really badly or when you're in a really bad depressive episode, you feel so embarrassed and ashamed. Like you feel it's like everyone that you care about around you knows that you've crashed out, and you feel just so bad about yourself. You don't even want to get back to yourself because you think, oh my gosh, how can I do that? Like everyone's judging me. Number one, they're not judging you as much as you think. They probably don't care. And if they're in your life and they love you for the right reasons, they're actually just going to be happy that you're trying to make progress and get back to the better you. But at the same time, like that spiral is not going to serve you. It's going to keep you stuck. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm so embarrassed. I'm so ashamed. You don't need to be ashamed, okay? Your pain wasn't the end. It is the portal to now go through it and become the better you. You've learned from it, you've grown from it, you've accepted it, you forgave yourself for it, and now it's time to jump through that portal and move on. Think about it this way, that version of you that cracked, she snapped. She cleared some space, some room for the new, better, improved version of you to step in. Rock bottom sucks. It sucks, okay? But at the same time, is once you've hit rock bottom and you've processed your emotions, I genuinely believe it's way more productive to view it in a more positive sense. So you hit rock bottom, okay, it sucked, but you know what? It stripped away what's not true, what's not working, what's not you. So now you get to go and rebuild a better life, a happier life. Don't run from the pain. Use it. Grow from it. Learn from it. Turn that into a reason, a vow, a promise. This might be a crazy mentally ill way of thinking. But hear me out. Sometimes I like to think, like when I'm just devastated or I'm going through a really tough time and I'm crying and I feel horrible and I'm in a rut, I like to go and think of it as motivation. Like if my life was a movie about like the building of me, when I'm the best version of me and I have everything I want, that exact scene would be played as like the moment when I had that eureka moment where I went and I persevered and I kept hustling right before like the glow up movie montage that's so motivating. That is like the inspirational part where I became face to face with my demons, face to face with fear, and I chose myself and I kept getting better and better and glowing up. That is motivational to me. And I know that might sound absolutely delusional and crazy, but it works. Sometimes when you're feeling like that, when you're in a rut, think of it as you in that exact moment where if you look in that mirror face to face with yourself and you say, you know what? I choose me. I choose more. I will be better. I'm going to learn from this, heal from this, accept this, love myself again, and get back to me. And then you cue your movie montage moment. Girl, I don't know what it works. It makes you feel so good. Tonight, bringing back the It Girl action steps. If you recently had a crash out and that's why you're watching this or you're in a rut, I want you to tonight journal these 3 things. Number 1, what things did I lose in my crash that I didn't actually want back? You might find that when you gave up all your healthy habits, some of them weren't actually serving you. They're just being time sucks, or they just weren't something that you care about in your life anymore. And that's great. You learned from it. Excellent. Don't go on with them anymore. Number 2, who do I want to become now? Has that version of me changed? Number 3, what would my healed, most divine self do next? Think of you in that movie montage moment when you were making changes in your life. Like, what is she doing? And do that. And remember, you are rising not in spite of the crash, but because of it, okay? You're healed from it, you're moving on, you're leaving it in the past. Remember, you didn't ruin your life. This is not the end of you. This is the beginning of you, the new you. The crash was necessary. It sucks, but it's necessary. It pulled you out of autopilot and made you rethink about the decisions you're making in your life. And now you get to begin again. And there is beauty in that. It sucks, okay? But there's so much growth. The best glow ups come from the biggest crash outs. If you implement the healthy habits, okay, you do the things we've talked about today, and you truly want to work on yourself, again, out of self-love, not self-hate. You get to be reborn not as a girl who's trying to prove her worth, but as a woman who already knows her worth. Now, girl, clean your room, okay? Put on something that makes you feel cute. Remember here and right now, let this be your moment where you look in that mirror and you say, I am better than this. I am more than this. I will grow from this. Right now, you and I, we're having that moment. And I want you to go after this and pick yourself up and have that movie montage moment for yourself where you start choosing yourself again because you are worth it and I believe in you. If this episode just opened something inside of you, if just something, the light bulb went off, if you feel seen, if you feel heard and you are craving more, 3 words, girl, Glow Up Academy. What is this? The Glow Up Academy is a new thing I've introduced where on Spotify, it is a subscription-based exclusive club for $2.99 a month, Canadian dollars, less than a cup of your Starbucks coffee, you get exclusive content where you can go and ask me any question you want that you need support with in your glow up self-improvement journey. And I will incorporate those questions into 2 monthly bonus episodes where I talk about my own journey, the struggles I am facing, how I'm overcoming that. You get to see more authentic, unfiltered, raw, and real. But in addition to that, you get customized, tailored content. Whatever you need, whatever you want advice on, your tailored topics, you want a specific episode made, that is where the Glow Up Academy comes into play. So literally for less than $3, girl, you essentially get a personalized coach and a community of the girls in the Glow Up Academy that work together to help build a community of girls trying to be the hottest, healthiest, happiest version of ourselves. If you want to join the Glow Up Academy, you can go into Spotify, hit any episode called Glow Up Academy or Unfiltered that has a lock on it, and click on it and let Spotify guide you along the way to subscribing. I also heard a lot of you want to subscribe and you're not able to subscribe, and girl, I appreciate you so much. So much. No problem at all, truly. I hope these episodes still are helping you glow up, become the healthiest, hottest, happiest version of you. As always, if you have something and you're not a part of the Glow Up Academy you want me to address in a future episode, I do my absolute best to respond and incorporate content that you guys want from me in episodes. So please do that because your comments mean so much to me. Again, I am just a small creator, and every single time you guys like, you subscribe, you comment, you have no idea how much that means to me because it makes me so ecstatic, but it also helps my content grow so much. And what that does is it helps me provide better quality content for you to help you even more so become the best version of you. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for liking and engaging with my content. It means the world to me. If you aren't already following me, follow me on my personal Instagram at madison.haynes. And do not forget, girl, we all fall down sometimes. We all are in a rut. We all flop, okay? You get to bounce back. You're gonna be a better you for it. I am proud of you. I am one of you. I'm going through it too, girl, but you know what? I'm coming out even better. And you will too, and I am so excited to see that progress. Until next time, I hope you have a lovely day, and don't forget to get up and glow.